way back from the gym, did a pull day. Right now I structure my workouts in a push-pull legs split. It gives me a lot of flexibility for added calisthenic routines throughout the week. And right now it's helpful for me to add accessories at the end of all of those workouts. Anyway, one of the things about the idea behind EcoFit and what, not necessarily like a mission statement, but what I want to accomplish with EcoFit is to help people who don't have the motivation to exercise or think that they need motivation to exercise, or have mental or physical challenges that keep them out of either a box gym or a traditional workout environment. I want those people to move because those people are myself. And I know that with it now being a little bit easier to talk about mental health and the value our society puts on it has been elevated to a place of it has moved from completely swept under the rug to almost small talk conversation. My therapist this, whatever. That doesn't get as much of a reaction as it would have even 10 years ago, I don't think. Anyway, I know that for me, exercise and working out, when it started when I was 15, was essentially like it was a balm for all of the stuff that I was dealing with. And now I would consider exercise to be one of my most potent antidepressants. Part of the reason why I'm making this video is because I have a very hard time putting myself out there, and I really don't like a lot of what I've come to understand about sales. I'm very much a leave people alone to make their own choices, but I also have a personality type that's 16 personalities, calls it the advocate. And the best part of me, and the best me, wants the best in other people. I'm a pretty cynical person. I grew up pretty cynical. I've been through a couple of things that have made that cynical position a little bit understandable, but it's something that I nevertheless don't want to always maintain. I'd like to move towards the better part of me, which is motivating, which is encouraging, and the best days and the best parts of me. When I catch somebody walking across a trail or running across a trail, I can't help but fist bump the air, hoping that they get some motivation, some sort, like this guy walking right now, like, get it, bro, like, you're doing the thing. Because I firmly believe that exercise is a very simple answer to a lot of complex problems that we modern people have. Like, everybody's anxious, but it makes a lot of sense that we're all anxious if our brains are kind of looking for threats And if we don't have threats, we make them up. And I know I deal with that. I think that's a very normal thing, of normal challenge of a modern person. Anyway, this is a ramble, and this is a stream of consciousness, but it's also a way for me to organize my own thoughts as it relates to this this venture I'm attempting. All of these imagined problems in our lives are met with answers that are shortcuts, fat burners, antidepressants, a lot of pharmaceutical interventions. That those are all crutches, and not all, can't say that, but a lot of times the only way out is through. The impediment to the way is the way. If you have health challenges, it's either take a fat pill or a fat burning pill, or move in whatever capacity that you can. And there are many people who cannot, which is why I don't belittle, or I don't take anything away from anybody who uses any of those things as a crutch, but that's kind of what they are. They're not the solution. The solution is to do whatever crutches are necessary to get you to a point where you can start making better decisions with your time, with your life, with whatever. I'm not saying that the only good answer is exercise, but you understand my point. I just think that being active and moving your body does more for your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health than it would at first appear. Because at first it would appear that if you move your body, you're going to burn extra calories. More calories burnt, less calories eaten. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get healthy. And that's true, but there are so many other reasons why that's true, and the positive feedback loop that creates of, I'm starting to feel a little better. The day is a little bit less daunting. I can maybe approach or attack this problem today. And as somebody who has been working out for, well, since I was 15, I'm 35, 20 years. Excuse me, brother. Please move. Yes, thank you. As someone who's been doing it for 20 years or more, probably a little more now, sometimes it's like, it is kind of like what David Goggins says about exercise. Like, it doesn't necessarily get easier. Like, I know that I gotta go work out today, and then it'll take me an hour, 2 hours to muster up the courage to get up and go. That never goes away. And anyone who sells motivation as a final solution to always keep you fit, like that ain't it. Part of this is the mission statement of EcoFit. Working out is hard work. Doing all of the extra steps to get to a point where you go, where not only you're working out, but you've decided that it is of value and valuable enough to interrupt your otherwise regularly scheduled programming to include it in your day. Like, there are so many things that go into that, and it's very challenging. Every single one of those individual things that need to be propped up are all challenging. So anyone that does exercise understands that there's a lot more that goes into it than tying your New Balances and getting in the car. Like, getting in the car on a day that you don't want to go and then still going, I feel like that's not only, like, I think that's what you should aim for. I think no matter what the motivation state, no matter what the I don't feel it, no matter, because we make decisions like that in other things. Like, especially in something like marriage. Like, I can imagine, I'm not married, but I can imagine there are days, weeks, months, or so I'm told by married folk, that it's very difficult to love your partner, but you make those sacrificial decisions for the betterment of them and the harmony of you and them. And in a similar way, you sacrifice the present moment, something that is talked about a lot in books and stuff. You sacrifice that moment to go, and then once you know, and there's all sorts of cool statistics about it, 10 minutes of exercise will put you in a better mood, all that stuff. Like, it works. I just really believe that if exercise were a pill, it would be priceless. But I also have a very difficult time marketing this, and trying to sell strangers this, handing out my business cards. I have a very tenuous relationship with social media. I'm more or less happily off of it, with the exception of YouTube. But now, faced with a business decision, marketing is required. So I put this video out there. I was motivated to make this video because I've had quite a bit of ambivalence about this entire subject. I hold exercise, fitness, and moving your body in such a high regard, because of its benefits that don't have anything to do with the physical. The physical is a bonus. But the ability for me to approach and attack problems before or after exercise that day, for me, it's a big difference. And it's something that I want to share and I want to impart to more people. I just have a very hard time figuring out how to do that in a way that doesn't have to change something about me that I value, which is peaceful and not looking to sell people on something they don't want. But how do I teach people that don't presently want it the implicit value that could make them want it? And so I just wanted to share with y'all that it is my passion to see people making healthier decisions with their physical body, because I deeply believe in its value from top to bottom, from spirit to man. And I have quite a bit of time while I'm driving, because the function and the feature of EcoFit as a normal day-to-day personal training, I'm a personal trainer. That's my trade. That's what I do. I travel to people's homes and I bring the workout to them in a very stripped down fashion that is similar, not as extreme as my workout videos that are on this channel, but are moving them towards fatigue resistance, moving them towards resilience, moving them towards seeing how strong their body can become. So I'm to and from. I'm on the way to your house. In this case, I'm on the way back from the gym. But you understand my point. I'd like to fire off a couple more of these thoughts, stream of consciousness videos, because at least if I put my own personal challenges with this channel, with this business, with all this out there, at least I can kind of remain authentic to myself while trying to move the needle forward, because that's where the challenge comes for me, is how to move the needle forward when I essentially have tried my hand at opening a business while being allergic to advertising, or at least having having a lot of prejudices towards what I understand about it. I hope some of this made sense, and I hope this was at least. I have two hopes. One, hope that someone sees this. I hope someone that was thinking about working out but didn't want to do it today can hear what I'm saying and understand that that's how it is for everybody, and maybe make that decision to go, to put your New Balances on and go. That's hope number one. And hope number two, that the viewer that watches this gets a deeper understanding of what this channel is for, what it's about, and hopefully can share it around if any of this resonated with that viewer. Works for me a little bit, works for you a little bit. Works for me a little bit, works for you a little bit. Hopefully that's something that can work and coexist. Works for you, works for me, without it being unnecessarily social media marketing-ish. Ugh. Anyway, on the way to your house. On the way to your house.